Oh, he just sprinkled an extra touch of something on that. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Herrera here. I hope that you are all doing well. As we enter a fresh week, I'm going to continue fangirling over SB19, but what I'm also doing is fangirling over this particular concert. I honestly should have just sat and watched the entire thing, shouldn't I? I'm really looking forward to this, and again, I would not know about any of these performances if it wasn't for you, so I am so grateful to you. This is them performing the forgotten song in my book. I honestly do listen to it, and I do rate it, and I do love it, but I'm about to fall in love with it all over again. Join me. This is a live performance of Hanggang Huli, and this is them performing it with an orchestra in those gorgeous golden suits with those voices on this particular day when they were just fire and killing it, and etc, etc, etc. I'm saying all of this without actually having watched it. Should we begin? I've actually got lyrics of this up on the side of my phone because I need a refresher. I could just tell, having a quick skim of them, then yeah, this was all about longing for somebody that's no longer in your life, kind of coming to terms with where you're at in your relationship. Do we call it quits? What if we bump into each other again? What then? Oh, it's nice to hear him hitting those lower notes. I'm sorry, it's a sad song. Oh, he just sprinkled an extra touch of something on that. Nice. As an avid lover of ballads and somebody who could live off of this genre for the rest of my life, I do actually get sick of a few. Hand on heart, there are a select few that I will just never be sick of, that will always evoke the same reaction in me, no matter how many times I listen to them. And I figured out it's really not the song. It's the voices. It's the artist. And I've said this to you before. I really think SB19 could just be monster in this area. Can you imagine if they just released an entire album full of ballads? How amazing that would be. I really want them to do it, but I understand that they are also amazing at things like Gento. Where you at? What? Bazinga. Do you know what I mean? Like, why limit yourself when you can do it all? However, my heart will always lie in this direction, and I just want to say that this song, of course it's gorgeous. Would you listen to how unique each of them sound? Like, you're constantly, it's a song where you're just constantly pulled in a different lane every single time a member opens their mouth. They add their own flavour to it. Oh, nice. Justin, please explore that lower range more. He's got really pretty ears. Cute, that was really sweet, as always. You would think that the secret ingredient behind an SB19 ballad would be Stell. I think I still agree with you to a certain extent. You just never know what he's going to pull out the bag. However, imagine a ballad that is deep-rooted in the depths of Ken. Can you imagine that? Giving us some of those dark ad-libs. I'm waiting. I'm waiting because I have trust and faith in Pablo, just like he has trust and faith in Ken and his singing ability. One day, they're going to give it to us. We will not be ready, but I'm just waiting. I need to hear them singing a cappella. Oh, I am sorry. Oh, Josh. I love this bit. Delivered to you in 3 very different ways. So raw. In a song and in a performance like this, I'm always listening for what Josh and Justin are doing. They do a lot of the backing, the harmonization, the support, and it's really important. I think some of it gets lost with the orchestra. I've said this about this particular concert, that even Ken gets lost in this, and it's a real shame because if you lose the depth of Ken, then you lose a bit of the flavor of the song. But I'm always listening to hear what Josh and what Justin are doing because they've grown so much. When you listen to them today, they're completely different. They are so confident. They are lead vocalists. Somebody said to me that they think Josh is tone deaf, and I would respectfully disagree with that because I think when you listen to a ballad, somebody that was tone deaf, you would be able to pick them out and they'd actually ruin the performance. And I don't think I've seen any performance of theirs without all of these rose tinted glasses that he's ruined. I honestly don't think so. I think that it's natural for him as a rapper to take the parts that he does in some of their earlier songs. Things are beginning to change. He has definitely developed. He's definitely tuning into his sound a lot more. And I just don't think that Pablo would stand for it, in all honesty. But it was nice to hear him in this. He explored a little bit of his lower range. I'm talking about Josh. For some reason, I keep getting Josh and Justin muddled up. I know who they are. I know what they look like. Just off of my tongue, I always say Justin when I'm meaning to say Josh. You've seen me. I've corrected myself a few times. I'm talking about Josh. He explored his lower range a little bit more in this, and he sounded a little less sweet than he always does, a little less raw, but I really liked his contribution to this song. I think it's awesome. I can't wait to hear a more recent version of this for comparison. Justin's part, when they come in right before this, shall I take you back? Is it here somewhere? Maybe it's before this. Yeah. I will never be able to find it. This. So beautiful. It's almost like a forced vibrato, but it's meant to be acted. And how it is so incredibly beautiful. I feel like I need to go and hear how that was in the original recording because I don't think it's quite as raw as that. So that's where a live performance of this song from SB19 is miles better, in my opinion, because it feels real. I can't wait to continue watching performances of this song. Thank you so much for recommending them and watching this with me. I hope that you had fun. And until I see you next time, take care. Stay safe.